home of brilliant children's books. Meow!
Hello and welcome to another Tomser Cat Storytelling review. And what we're going to do this time is we are going to do the second book in this series of Morrigan Crow and the Nevermore. And this one we done last time, which is Nevermore, The Trials of Morrigan Crow. And if you want to have a look at that review, then that's going to be in the link in the description below. And I must warn you that this review is called
The Wundersmith.
And it's called, is it The Calling of Morrigan Crow?
Yeah, I think so.
It's The Calling of Morrigan Crow. Now, this is book 2, and really, if you haven't seen the review of book 1, and you really need to read book 1 first, because there's going to be a lot of spoilers in this one, because obviously it follows on from the Nevermore book. Okay, so you have been warned. So, Sir, would you like to read the blurb?
Morrigan Crow has escaped her deadly curse and joined the Wundersmith Society. It promises her protection, friendship and belonging for life. But then Morrigan doesn't receive the welcome she hoped for. Morrigan is a rare Wundersmith, but instead of the society helping her to embrace her power, they seem to want her to suppress her mysterious ability at all costs. To make things worse, the magical city of Nevermore is quickly turning from a place of safety into one of danger. Society's members are disappearing. Someone is blackmailing Morrigan's new friends, turning them against her, and Ezra Squall, the evilest man who ever lived, is determined to lure Morrigan from the society by promising to teach her how to use the wonder that calls to her, which is becoming harder to resist. Has Morrigan's dream of escaping her cursed life ended before it truly began?
So, as I said before, this is the second book, and this is The Calling of Morrigan Crow. So hopefully, if you haven't read the first one, you're not listening to this, which is not something you want on YouTube, but yeah, read this book first. Now, before I tell you about the book, I think Seren needs to show you the wonderful cover and the cover underneath it as well. Oh, okay, come on in.
Do you think it's going to be better than the first one? Let us know.
Now, this is the hardback copy.
So it's green this time.
Yeah.
And then the back. The back isn't very interesting.
And I think that's Proudfoot Hall. Does it say on the front?
No.
It doesn't. Okay. No. So, Morrigan has actually passed the trials, and the reason she couldn't find her knack is because she is in fact a Wundersmith, which is the greatest of all sort of magical abilities. And the thing is, all the Wundersmiths in the past have they been good or bad?
Bad.
They've been bad. All the Wundersmiths in the past have been evil. So actually, to be a Wundersmith is not really a good thing. But that is exactly what Morrigan is, and she gets a special badge or a pin with a W on it, which means that she is now part of the Wondrous Society. Now, in this, because she gets assigned with the other 9 people who passed the test, the other 8 people, who passed the test, so there's 9 of them, and they're in unit, do you remember the unit number?
Unit 129.
Nearly. It's 919. Unit 919. And they're sort of there's a unit every year, and they're Unit 919, and they're supposed to be closer than close together. But the heads of the Wondrous Society, they've actually said that Morrigan is not allowed to reveal that she is a Wundersmith. If she does, she's going to get kicked out of the society. And Morrigan, this is the first time she's ever felt that she belongs, and she doesn't want to get kicked out of the Wondrous Society. So no one can tell her secret, no one in Unit 919. But then they start receiving blackmail letters that unless different people of Unit 919 do various silly things or stupid things or risky things, then someone is going to expose Morrigan as a Wundersmith.
Can I just point something out?
Yeah, go on.
At the back of the book, I think this is Ezra Squall and her Hunt of Smoke and Shadow horse.
And what does it say?
So that's what they think Morrigan would probably be if they knew she was a Wundersmith. And it says, if you want to belong, you have to believe.
If you want to belong, you have to believe. And so, Morrigan and her friends have actually got to do all these things. Meanwhile, they're getting taught to develop all their magical talents. And her best friend Hawthorne, who's a dragon rider, he's having a great time, and everyone seems to be having a great time, but Morrigan seems to be stuck with I can't remember his name. Onstald.
Yeah.
Professor Onstald. And Professor Onstald is a tortoise one, which means he's a mixture between a tortoise and a normal person. And he is the authority on Wundersmiths. And he says every Wundersmith that's ever been and that ever will be is going to be bad. And really, he's not very nice to Morrigan, is he?
No.
He's not very nice. But she also has a nice teacher called Mr.
Is it Mr.?
Mr. Mildmay.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Mildmay. Now, Mr. Mildmay is like her geography teacher and telling her all about Nevermore. And he shows his whole class something called Tricksy Lanes. Now, Tricksy Lanes are lanes which are magical lanes which do different things. There's a pink Tricksy Lane, which means if you go down it, something tricky is going to happen, or you might feel sick, or you might be walking upside down or something. There's a red Tricksy Lane, which means you shouldn't go down because there's a high degree of chance that you're going to get hurt. And there's a black Tricksy Lane, which basically means don't go down because you're going to die. But with all these blackmail notes coming in and everyone having to do different things, things are getting trickier and trickier between her and her friends in Unit 919. And every time they travel to the Wondrous Society on a train, and their train leader is called Miss... You've forgotten her name. It is a while since we finished this. It's Miss Cheery. And Miss Cheery is a lovely lady. But there's lots of characters in this book which we are introduced to. So how can Morrigan stop themselves being blackmailed and everything else? And there's something else really sinister happening. People are going missing and they're being auctioned off in the ghastly market for their knacks and everything else. So it really is, it goes a little bit more in depth.
And more mystery in this.
And more mystery. And then Ezra Squall, the Wundersmith, the evil one, shows up yet again. So I think I better not say too much more, just to give you a flavour. It's roughly the same size. And for me, yeah, it is roughly the same size. For me, in terms of a star rating, I think I would give this around about the same. I think the last one we gave 4 stars, so I would give this a 4-star rating. Yeah. I mean, there are other characters, the familiar characters like Jupiter North, but he doesn't feature in it as much, does he? And there's Fenestra, the Magnificat. But yeah, I would say a 4.
Yeah, probably.
4 stars. So we've actually got the next book as well, which we're just about to start. The last time we done a review on Nevermore, it was raining, and this time it's one of the hottest days of the year, which is why we're under this big umbrella. So as always, if you are enjoying this channel, why not like, subscribe and click the button, and you'll never miss another episode. Well, I think, unless you've got anything to add, have you got anything to add on this one?
Not really.
She hasn't got anything to add. I thought she did that. I thought, oh, she's going to add something wise, and
No.
but it is a 4 out of 5, and this has been a Tomser Cat Storytelling review. So we hope you enjoyed it, and we hope you will enjoy our further reviews only on Tomser Cat Storytelling. So we'll see you again next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.